Got a 1026 Smith and Wesson here. Just picked this up, and there were not very many of these made. I went online and found out that Smith only made about, I think it was 3,172. 2,000 of those were made for Virginia State Police. So, kind of a rare pistol. The most rare 10mm Smith out there is the 1046. That's a 4 1/4 inch barreled model, double action only. They only made 151 of those.
Okay.
Extremely rare. But I've kind of been attracted to the 10mm for a while, and I'm a big 41 Magnum fan, so naturally I'm going to gravitate to this caliber. Today we're going to do kind of a little comparison in velocity to the 40 S&W. And the load I'm using is HSM 180 grain full metal jacket. I'm not really sure what to expect for velocity, but we're going to find out here. I've got 5 rounds in the mag, and we're going to shoot at 50 feet over the chrono. Okay, that was 1,035 feet per second, again for the 180. And it looks like that shot went right where I wanted it to. All right, let's see if we can get some averages here. Looks like a high of 1,050, a low of 1029, so that's pretty good. Average was 1036, 21 on the extreme spread.
All right, so I'm on Team Glock here. We're shooting the well, I guess Team 40. I'm pulling for the 40. We're gonna do some comparison here as to what the difference is. I actually loaded up some of the wrong rounds, but I got these are actually 155s with about 7.4 a power pistol, and we're gonna compare them to the 10mm. So let's see what we do.
What are we getting there on velocity?
1086.
1086.
1096. So, out of 4 rounds, our high was 10, I believe, or that's the last is 1086. And then we're going to want to go to scroll.
Stats. Hit stats.
Stats.
Lower left.
Lower left. Okay, stats.
And
so
then
1098.
1098 was a high.
Was the high.
And then scroll.
1082. 1091. Our spread was 16.
Wow.
So we're really close between the 40 and the 10mm. This box of ammo, what did you pay for it?
That was $27 and some odd cents.
$27, so you're getting a smaller package, a smaller bullet, more capacity, and cheaper ammo with the 40. So I don't know, we'll run a few more loads through and see what we. Okay, so here's the target for the first testing session. This was the 10mm. 180 grains, the HSM's really nice group there, but we're also talking, that's a single action only gun, right?
It's a double action, single action.
Oh, double action, single action. Okay, so we are getting a little bit different trigger pull, a little longer barrel. Here's the Glock. little bit more spread out. It's about 2-3 inches there.
You fired 4 or 5 shots?
I only fired 4.
Okay.
So we'll be back with some more testing here. Alright, so we're back with the 10.
Back with Smith 1056. This time we're going to try out, we're not switching bullet weight, but we're switching bullet design. We're actually going to shoot some factory Hornady XTP. This is not a plus P or any type of designation load, but I'm sure it's pretty snappy. So we were averaging about 1080 or so with the HSM. So let's see what we do with this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop the hammer on this with the decocking lever.
Okay.
And we'll do a double action first. Okay, significant difference. We're getting 1241.
Wow. Okay.
And I can feel it.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, let's kind of look at the full 5-shot string here. So we had a high of 1243, low of 1210. So kind of a high spread there. Average was 1232, extreme was 33, standard 12. So yeah, we're definitely getting into 41 Magnum territory, like they've always said.
Yeah.
Just kind of took off from that HSM. This would probably be a relatively, for 10mm anyways, inexpensive practice plinking load. Maybe do an IDPA or something like that if you don't have a reloading setup. But still, the quality of this seemed to be nice, and it functioned in the gun just fine.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in a bit with something else.
Alright, so now we're going to try some 180 grains Hornadays. It's actually the same bullet that he was shooting out of the 10mm. These are hand loads though, and I downloaded them, and they're actually seated farther out than you would normally see a regular, self-defense bullet, just because my Glock likes it that way. So we'll just see what it does. So. So we were significantly lower than his 180s on the 10mm. Last shot was a, so we go stat 998, 969, a 980. Huh. I don't think it caught all of them. Oh, maybe it did. Oh, it only caught 3 of them. So, anyways, 998, 969, and a 980. So, a spread of 29 and a difference, or an average of 10.
Standard deviation, yeah.
So,
that's not bad. So you're hovering close to 1,000. So 10mm wise, we're looking at about 300 feet, close to 300 feet difference.
right. And again, I mean, you can always put up that fact, that it is gonna be a little cheaper ammo. You're gonna get more in the magazine. But then again, I mean, it's only 3 more. But
yeah.
the Glock 10mm is a little warm, so you have to consider that too. But all things considered, I mean, I like both of them, but I still like the 40 the best. So
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like the 10, but I think for carrying purposes, it's hard to beat the 23 and the 40 S&W as well. It's a great cartridge for anti-personnel.
Yeah.
If you're going to cross over, be out in the woods quite a bit, maybe in Alaska or North Idaho or Finland, wherever. Consider maybe a Glock Model 20.
Yeah.
I think it was Chuck Horwan said that you can't find a more powerful, packable, and practical pistol than you can in a Model 20 Glock if you're in the woods for bear.
Mm-hmm.
It's controllable, and it's a substantial amount of power,
Yeah.
so it's hard to beat. But, for around town, I'd probably go with the 40 myself.
Yeah.